Saturday, chill, chill, chill. Saturday, chill, chill, chill. Saturday, chill. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Daily Antidote of Song on this fantastic Saturday. We're calling it Chill Saturday. That's what Aaron and I said. Like chill, like yeah. Where I'm sitting here in Bennington, Vermont, it's beautiful outside. You can see the sun and the mountains, a little snow at the top of it, but just in the 50s. This is Vermont in the 50s, and it's just gorgeous. A gorgeous thing to be alive. Welcome, Facebook family, and all of those who are new to the Daily Antidote of Song. I think it's day 590, almost 600 days, y'all, every day of the week, where we come together and share in song. Now, I'm Kathy Bullock, by the way. Hey! So, Joe sends her love to everybody, our fearless leader. We're thankful for Aaron, who is our tech support person and everyday person. Now, and if you're new to us, let us know and check on in, either through Facebook or either in the Zoom. We got you. So what I want to do first is formally welcome each person who has joined us today, and then we'll go on about our merry way. So first, I get to say hey to Al, my friend Al at the guitar. See, when I grow up, I'm like, oh, I have a ukulele. I'm going to bring mine over here too. I don't play it though. But that's the good thing about Zoom. People don't know. So, hey, Toby, welcome. Annette, Becky, Deli, Brian, Arlene from California, Karen from Oregon, welcome. Sheila from Florida, Susan G, Carolyn, Sarah from Texas, Ruth from Birmingham, Johnny, Harper, welcome. Oh, I see another guitar. Susan from Seattle, Annie in Knoxville, hey, Cliff in Vermont, where I am, Doug in Vermont, Luda, Victoria, oh, thank you, Steve and Michelle Schuster in Silver Spring, Kevin, welcome, Kevin, Jim in New York. Then let me see. Oh, I turned my page and Don and Liana and the Curly Tops. Hey, Bonnie Houston, Boise, Kellen in DC, Storm. I love to say Storm. And Dane, welcome. Dan in Vienna, Aloysius, hey. And then Ralph and Penny in Victoria. Greetings, Barbara. And then Carol in Connecticut, Claire in Boise, Jamie, Victoria, Fred, hey, Amanda and Miles in Michigan. Wonderful to see you, Barbara and Evans. And there are others who have their video, like Harriet and Lisa and Sherry. Okay, and many more. Big breath. I hope you have something to do today that is going to just give you life, give you joy, and give you a chance, or if not, taking just a moment to chill. Now, with that in mind, we had on our schedule the great Tim Erickson, but he's not able to join us right now today, so we'll have him come and join us another time. So in the meantime, and in between time, in our chill day, I said, what are we going to do? I don't have a piano next to me where I am here, but I have my trusty phone, and it's Friends Day, baby. So I thought, why don't we sing Lean on Me? Bill Withers, Lean on Me. And after we jam on Lean on Me, my friend, this is Friends Day, so we call on our friends, and my great friend Rick is right here, and he said, I'm ready to share some music with you. Yo, we just do it like that at the Daily Antidote of Song. We just have it like that. Isn't it marvelous? Oh, and more. Okay, y'all ready? Okay, I have my phone here, and I'm going to switch this thing on. It's not the same as the piano, but this is what we have. So I asked Aaron to find the words. Some of you already know them, to Lean on Me. I've used this karaoke version on the phone, and we're going to sing it and just joy. Joy, 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 joy. Okay, all right, let me get to it. Here we go. Okay, let me go back. Lean on Me. Here we go. Can y'all hear this? This is introduction. You can raise your hands. This is our introduction. You gotta sway, moving back and forth, y'all. Oh, sometimes in our lives we all have pain, we all have sorrow, but if we are wise, we know that there's always tomorrow. Lean on me, woo, when you're not strong, and I'll be your friend. I'll help you carry on. For it won't be long, no, no, till I'm gonna need somebody to lean on. Woo! Please swallow your pride. If I have things you need to borrow, you need to borrow. For no one can feel those of your needs that you won't let. So here we go. You just call on me, brother. Woo! When you need a hand, we all need somebody to lean on. Woo! I just might have a problem that you'll understand. We all need somebody to lean on me when you're not strong, and I'll be your friend. I'll help you carry on far. It won't be long when I'm gonna need somebody to lean on. Here we go. You just call on me, brother, when you need a hand. We all need somebody to lean on. I just might have a problem that you'll understand. We all need somebody to need. The last verse says, if there is a load, if there is a load that you have to bear, that you can't carry, that you can't carry. Guess what, y'all? I'm right up the road, and I'll share your load. If what? If you just call me. Call me. If you need a friend, call me. Call me. If you need a friend, call. Everybody call. Call. If you need someone in your corner, call me. I'll be there. Call me. Oh, call me. Call me. Yes. Whoop, 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 whoop. Brings back memories, y'all. Thinking about that song in so many years and so many times. It's one of those classics, I think of whether I'm graduating in school, we'll all be holding hands. Was that the one, Erin, for you to think about? And there may be other thoughts as well. I haven't even had a chance to look in the chat, but I saw you smiling with me. I hope you got a feel of it. The great Bill Withers, baby. Yes. Yes, the great Bill Withers. So much and so many memories about that song. And the power of song, there's certain ones that they bring back so much with, thank you, Carolyn. She said, Kathy B, baby, woo, woo, woo. I'll take it. But, yeah, powerful, like classic songs. They never get old, Aaron and Rick, they never get tired. We never get tired of them. Remember our old friends, the ones that maybe aren't even here anymore, but we carry them in our hearts. as well as those. So not taking it for granted. It's so important. And I thank the great Rick Pelleri. He was here
Yeah.
earlier this week. I got to host him then, and he was coming on to hang out with Tim. And I said, Rick, you got instrument ready? Come on and bring us some joy.
He
Cause
thought
you
he
can.
could just come in and listen. We said, no way, you're going to work.
So, Aaron, tell us what you were talking about friendship. There was a beautiful thing that you said earlier.
Well, I was just saying that friendship to me does mean being able to rely on people and not having to worry about always being, I don't want to say always being your best self, but always being perfect. Like, our friends are the people that we can be around and not have to worry about being perfect and not making mistakes and not having slip ups. Our friends are the hundreds of people in a Zoom room and on Facebook where we can say, you know what? We're changing it up today. It's not going to be exactly what we promised, and it's okay because we are friends.
Cause we're friends. Call me. Woo! Yes, yes, Aaron. So with that, Rick, I'm calling you. I'm calling my friend further up in Vermont. I said, "You got something for us?" He said, "I think musicians really, they usually have something anyway, you know." So what you got for us today? Thank you for coming.
Well, I wasn't planning on doing anything. I just came to listen to Tim. But as friends are called upon, as you were singing, Kathy, in your song, you'll call me and I'll be there. And I was thinking about the friends that we have that we don't know. Do you know what I mean? It's a kind of
Yes.
a strange thing, but years ago, back in the Great Depression, and a lot of the hobos used to travel around, and they would be looking for a way that they could make some money or have a hot meal. And they had a secret code, these hobo codes that they would look for. And the code would tell them which houses might give them something to eat. And I first learned about this when I was reading a Sing Out magazine, and Utah Phillips was talking about the hobo codes. But then I was out there in Kansas. I was in a little town called Coffeyville, Kansas. And a lot of us performers, we were staying at a woman's house named Zelda. And she was a great storyteller. And one night, after she made dinner and I was helping her with putting away the dishes, she told me this little story. She said, when I was a young kid here in Coffeyville, Mom and I, we lived right next to the old roundhouse. I can remember the trains used to come in to that roundhouse. And the hobos would get off the trains. They'd start walking up and down the road, knocking on doors to see if they could do a job of work in exchange for a hot meal. Well, my mom was a kind woman, and she never made them work, but she always gave them food. And I'd get up the next day, and I would see that right in front of our house, there was a fat cat drawn with chalk. Now, I didn't know what that was because none of us kids had chalk quite like that. And years later, I found out that the hobos, they used to mark the houses that fed them. And they used that cat as a signal for a kind-hearted woman. The life of a singer is a hard road to hoe, driving in the wind, the rain, and the snow. All night on the road, with miles left to go, towns you never heard of, people you don't know. Chalk cat on a doorstep, smile across the face, stew pot overflowing with her warmth and grace. Like her mother before her, she's gentle and kind. Way down in Kansas on the Oklahoma line. Now the hobos of yesterday would always make a sign on the doorway of someone who was so very kind. They draw a cat on the they draw a cat on the sidewalk where it wasn't hard to find, to help the next traveler ease their troubled mind. Chalk cat on a doorstep, smile across the face, stew pot overflowing with the warmth and grace. Like her mother before her, she's gentle and kind. Way down in Kansas, on the Oklahoma line. Chalk cat on a doorstep, smile upon her face, stew pot overflowing with warmth and grace. Like her mother before her, she's gentle and kind. Way down in Kansas on the Oklahoma line. So Kathy, you know, that idea of that we have friends that we don't even know, that idea of friendship is something that is kind of mysterious in a way. There's a lot of songs that says, you know, whenever a stranger comes to your door, you welcome them because they might be a friend you don't know. And that song, you know, I thought was that kind of same feeling about, you know, our friends. Like here on the Daily Antidote of Song, we have a lot of friends that perhaps we don't even know that we have. Is that right, Kathy?
Absolutely. I think that was such a wonderful, rich story. I had no idea about this whole life in the world that you brought forward, and it illustrates so eloquently what the true idea of friendship, the true idea of having an open door and an open heart for who might be able to come forward and welcoming those who might be. So it's like potential friends. I don't know you yet.
Yeah.
But yes, we
That's
already
right.
gonna be friends, potentially. And I think, was it Carolyn talking about was it her grandmother that she said used to, let me see, I read it earlier, used to do the same thing. Actually, several of them talked about Amanda and Miles, they would take out plates to have the hobos sit on the back porch eat. Oh, it's Carolyn's great grandmother would hire hobos to help her on the farm, and she'd eat, and she'd feed them, and other families as well. That is such an epitome of.
Well, we think of this, you know, right now at Thanksgiving, you know,
Yes.
especially that this
Yes.
idea of giving and giving
Yes.
to strangers, you know, that so many people they work in food shelves and things that where they're giving out and they're helping make sure that people get fed. And it's that same idea that you never know when darkness will come to your door and you might be in need, right?
Absolutely. It's just giving out, because it comes back to you. It comes to, who's going to be at your door and being shared. Yes, being able to share that. That's a rich, rich reminder, Rick. Thank you so much. Wow. Yes. I'm going to be thinking about that. It was a lovely song to say. What was the name of the song?
The song is called Chalk Cat, and I wrote it. The funny thing is, I wrote the song, and I, you know, because I was doing this kind of a program down in Coffeyville, and I went into a school, and it was during lunchtime, you know, when the kids were eating, that I sat there and I wrote the song, and I came back that night, and you know, so Zelda was, you know, once again, she was sitting in the kitchen, and I sang her the song. And Kathy, she broke out in tears and she said, I never told anyone that I never even told my son that story. And here you turned it into a song. And Zelda's, you know, she's passed away many years ago, but she lives on. every time that I sing that song, I can see her, and that's why I tell the little story that goes with it. And I think that's one of the things that that all of us, songwriters and so forth, that are part of our job is actually remembering other people. Now, not everybody can write a song, okay? And those of us who can, part of our job is keep those memories alive, to tell the stories that might be lost. One of the things that Utah Phillips taught me, he said, sometimes he would get inspired to write a song listening to somebody. And
Yes.
then he said that he'd write the song, and then he would be at some concert, and somebody would go, I don't remember it that way. And he said, well, that's the way it was told to me. And every story has a power, whether it's factual, 100% factual or not. It still has that story where it takes life of its own. And maybe
story has power. Every story has power. Yes.
I think one of the things, Kathy, for me, that I believe is that the story itself is one of the greatest gifts that we have. When we pass away, now, and I've seen this happen so many times, where a loved one passes away, and all these material things that they've collected, all they go out into a yard sale. Some of it ends up in the dumpster. And after a short time, the only thing that's really remembered, the money's gone, the material things are gone, is the stories. The stories that whether the person was a funny person, or was a rich person, or was a poor person, or was a silly person, that's what's remembered from us. Because we're only here a short time.
Only a short time. It feels sometimes it would last forever, but really it feels like a moment. And wow, making sure that we can pull from this moment and give in this moment and just get the enrichment that we can. I see it most with children, when I'll see a baby, and then a few days later, what? The baby is grown so, and even daily the eyes change their heads, and then I go 10 years later, and then my students now who have children, all of that. Yes. And yes, stories. Yes. And relishing those of our family. I think, was it you that were talking about the interviewing, or was that someone else?
That was me. Yeah,
talking about interviewing others.
Yeah.
Yes.
On Thanksgiving, you can do it before that, but the day of listening, they call it, from StoryCorps. And it's a way for all of us to see the power of stories. I don't know. Did you get a chance to sit down with your parents and interview them, Kathy?
Not as much as I would like. I did a little bit with my dad, and a little bit with mom. We have a few, but my dad talked all the time and told stories, and I just heard him all the time. I said, "Oh, there he goes again," telling the same story. And now, of course, I wish I had every note because it was so rich, but I heard it all the time. But I have other siblings who help to remember and put them down, because yes, it's really rich, Rick. Yes. My dad was the family griot. He was his grandfather was born still a slave, so it's really close in my family, and his grandmother, what they call incubator, but he was able to move out of that situation, coming to DC as a pastor for a Church of Thousands for many years, like over 50 years, and really involved in civil rights movement and doing all kinds of stuff. So there's a rich history that I'm just getting a little something of. And that's just daddy's side, not even mama's side. So yes, and so it's so important to do what you said, Rick. Thank you for asking me.
Yeah, and I think that the thing is that I had the chance, I have a little TV show up here in Vermont as well as a radio show. And I brought my father, before he passed away, I brought him into the studio. And
wonderful.
And I said, Dad, this interview is going to be only memories before you met Mom. And I heard things that I never, all about the early childhood, all these things that I never knew about different relatives, and how the great the grandpa used to have a still and make moonshine. And how his father was a union organizer and got in trouble when he got blackballed for organizing women in an electrical factory, and all these things that I never knew. So that's why I think that this idea that StoryCorps had about, here we are at the Thanksgiving table with all these relatives. This is the perfect time to find out this story so that we can pass it on to that next generation.
So rich and so right. So I hope you're, wait a minute, can y'all hear me? Hello? Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah.
So that I hope that you're all drinking and soaking this in like I am. Because I'm trying to figure out, okay, which one am I going to call in or get involved to do my interview, and not just Thanksgiving, but the day afterwards, and to share those stories. Everyday heroes or sheroes. Yeah. That's right. The other piece. People living their lives and daily doing miraculous things.
One of the funny stories that I heard, it was not my family, but one of the funny stories that I heard was about this young girl was in the kitchen with her mother, and they were making a holiday ham, right? And so the mother's teaching the young girl and says, well, we take the ham, and what we do is we slice off a little bit, and then we put the ham in the oven. Then we put this other plate with the ham in the oven separately. And the young girl says, Mom, why do we do that? And she says, well, I don't know. This is the way that we've always done it. She says, well, I guess I better call my mom, So she calls her mother. And she says, Mom, we're making the holiday ham. We take the ham and then we slice a little bit off and we put it in the oven and then we put it on the plate. And my daughter wants to know why we do that. She says, oh, we had an oven. It was pretty small. We couldn't fit the whole ham in. So we had to slice the little piece off and put it in there. And I love that because it really showed how a tradition that you have, that you might not realize even why you're doing it.
Yeah. Absolutely. I love it. The necessity, the designs and needs of the necessity, making it work. And then it becomes a tradition for centuries. And we didn't realize we don't have to do it that way, but this is what we do. Well, you have shared wonderful stories with us, Rick. You're taking us in different spaces and parts of our memories and our thoughts as we think about friendship, those that we know and treasure, and those that we haven't yet met, and those that are just on the way, and being open to that. And life is so exciting in this way. And with that, I think we're moving to the close of this laid back Saturday. Easy, kind of like So somebody, can we hear a little bit of your song again, Rick? It was so cool.
All right.
The Chalk Cat.
The Chalk Cat. Now friends in towns and cities help lighten up the load, a beacon of sunshine on the dark and lonely road. We sing and talk till midnight, awaken at dawn with our sad eyes and goodbyes, sing a farewell song. Chalk cat on a doorstep, smile across the face, stew pot overflowing with warmth and grace. Like her mother before her, she's gentle and kind. Way down in Kansas, on the Oklahoma line.
Woo! Give it up, everybody, for Rick Polari. Even when he wasn't formally scheduled, but he came in blazes and blessed us all. And it's just a fabulous, fabulous day. Wow. It's just magical, you know? Only here, the Daily Antidote of Song. When we get together, the magic happens like daily. And I get to be a part of this. We all get to share this together. Wow. Thank you, Rick. Thank you, Aaron, for holding all of us together. I can't even say the word. She and I had to bond together. We had to have our coffee and tea to get going, you know. It was one of those mornings. Yes, we did. So we're just delightful. I'm so grateful to every person who's here today. Rick, we are so blessed to have you and to share your gifts in just such an open and giving way. And to Aaron, who does that, keeping us together. Joe, we're thinking about you and be looking forward to when you're able to join us again. And so thanks to every person here. And I get to say, see you later to everybody. And as well as Facebook people. Oh, by the way, if you're free at 4 o'clock today, I'm doing this program on Zoom on music of the civil rights movement, and it's from 4 to 6 with the truthschool.org. And if they say it's maxed up, just send me an email and then I can get you to come and join us, because it's there's no charge to it, and they're doing fabulous work. The Truth School, that's it for Eastern Standard Time. In the meantime, there's a lot of good stuff going on, y'all. Keep an eye out. Oh, Rick, remind us, there's your book, right? You have a book.
Banjo Man.
Banjo Man. And then you have your Monday night.
Monday night on the folkmusicnotebook.com folk
There
talk
you go.
radio show.
Notebook.com. And a TV show too?
Yeah, but the TV show, because of COVID, has been kind of put on hiatus until we can bring people into the studio safely.
Gotcha. Where we're with you 100%. Your friends at this neck of the woods, we all got your back. It's like, yeah, Rick. Yes. Okay. Well, thank you. Thank you, everybody. Have a fantastic rest of your day. Al, thanks for being with us. And